Good afternoon. My brother Kurt and his wife Roberta, my sister Myrna and her husband Jeff, and my other sister Sebra and her husband Mike, and I and my wife Judy would like to thank everyone for coming here tonight to celebrate the life of our brother Carl. I am Carl's youngest brother, Craig, affectionately referred to as Baby Craigie. But then again, I had two older sisters, so don't blame me for that. And the last one that should be up here talking about Carl. But when you're the baby of the family, you do what you're told. You see, I did not meet my brother until I was an adult. I will explain later. When talking to my brother Kurt, he shared with me how Carl got his first piano, and he learned the song tenderly. And he played it over and over and over again. Knowing my brother Kurt, I'm surprised something mysterious didn't happen to that piano. And how Carl taught him to ride his bike and took him to the movies. When talking to my sister Myrna, she told me how Carl felt that it was important for her to learn to play the piano. So when it was time to go to piano lessons, she would hide behind the garage until Carl left. And how she cried when Carl left for New York, thinking she would never see him again, not knowing that Carl would make every effort to come back to Northwest Indiana for every special occasion. Not because he missed Northwest Indiana, but because he loved us. And of course, she thought she would never see him again. And my sister Sebra and I share somewhat similar experiences. We're only 18 months apart. You see, I started first grade, and my brother Carl started his freshman year at IU. And when he came back home, he became my school teacher in choir, drama, music, till I graduated from high school. So, after I graduated high school, Mr. Johnson became my brother Carl. In fact, my first memory of Carl, my first childhood memory of Carl, was my father and I sleeping through The Marriage of Figaro while Carl was on stage. And my mother giving us a piece of her mind all the way home. Carl was born in 1943 in Vincennes, Indiana, until my father moved us to Northwest Indiana for work, to a mill town formerly known as East Gary, and now known as Lake Station. Not exactly the cultural epicenter of the Midwest, but that did not stop Carl from pursuing his love for the arts. He made the most of every opportunity. We grew up in the most incredible family anyone could ask for, where love was limitless. Each and every one of us relished in the other's success, and a lot of that was showered on Carl. The entire family was so proud of Carl and each success that he accomplished. Carl went to college, got his bachelor's at IU. He became a singing Hoosier. He got his master's at the University of Roosevelt in Chicago, and through many stage productions, as well as many choral concerts. And then the big move to New York. In a U-Haul with a piano strapped to the back wall, where he excelled in friendships and his love of music. And I refuse to mention that David Letterman episode. Carl was a wonderful uncle to his 4 nieces and nephews, Courtney, Matthew, Chapin, and Marcy, who all followed in his footsteps and went to Bloomington, IU. And Carl became a grandfather figure to his great nieces and nephews, Mark, McKenna, Anna Rose, Charlie, Nate, and Walker. My brother Carl was a very generous soul. He delighted in the success of his students. And sometimes I think that is how he measured his own success. And I have to tell you, it was encouraging to read the posts on Carl's Facebook page and see how much he meant to so many of you, because he meant the world to us.